everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek. You are watching Kevin the Geek, and I hope you have all had an absolutely wonderful Christmas period. I'm going to preface this reaction straight away by just clarifying that this one may not be the best ever reaction that I do. Excuse me. Unfortunately, my Christmas, the lead up to Christmas, wasn't necessarily the greatest. I came down with a bug literally 23rd of December, and of course I'm recording this on Christmas Day, so I am still under the weather. I have a very bad chesty cough, so I do sincerely apologise for that. Very sore throat, pounding headache. I've had it, a lack of sleep, you name it. You know, I've had the usual stuff, but I'm not letting it get me down. So this is a reaction to the second Christmas special of the latest era of Doctor Who, the one starring Ncuti Gatwa, and this one is Joy to the World. And I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I believe that this is the first time that you have had a Christmas special which is not written by the showrunner. I think it's the very first time this has happened, which is going to be a bit interesting. But also considering the fact that it's Stephen Moffat, and Stephen Moffat has done more Christmas specials than any other writer of Doctor Who, he just has a bit of an affinity for with Doctor Who and Christmas. So I'm intrigued to see what we're gonna get. It is like most Christmas specials where we don't get the regular companion of the show. It is just going to be, you know, a one-off character, or maybe she'll come back again at some point in the future, I don't know. But this one is called Joy to the World.
And she's toasty and a pumpkin latte. No? Ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin latte?
Who are you?
Wrong room. Never mind.
Yeah, wrong room again. Of course, it's modern day Earth, modern day companion. Ah! One of these days, just one of these days.
Ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin latte.
I'm guessing this is the right room? Maybe? Maybe not? Time Hotel. Okay. So is that what it is? It's a hotel that you can literally travel in time and go to other places?
Sorry. Refreshments for hotel guests only. Are you a guest at the hotel?
Nah, not me. I bring my own room. Just need some milk.
What gave him away?
Sorry, is that a toilet?
Is it a what?
You've got a newspaper.
That's the most offensive thing I've ever heard.
Ah, yes. Habit. Never get used to them leaving. Here.
Ooh. Okay.
Keep the mug. It's bigger on the inside.
Bigger on the inside mug. That is something I never thought of. We've had other references to other things being big on the inside, as well as the TARDIS. I like the sound of a bigger on the inside mug that can just hold gallons and gallons of tea. As long as it keeps it warm as well. That's the most important thing with that. But I guess this is the first time we're making any reference to the fact that Ruby is technically no longer travelling, at least full time. I know she is going to make at least an appearance in the next series, but this is the first, I think, mentioned on screen. Interesting.
Special Agent Clint Rock. I've been sent by the head office. This goes all the way up to the top. Look, I've got my own toilet. That guy, Mr. Suit Guy, what do we think?
No, he's not doing anything.
And he keeps not doing it.
I'm standing extremely still.
He hasn't looked up once, and he said it's his first visit. I mean, check out the atrium up there. Anyone would look up at that on their first visit.
Oh, damn.
Time hotel, what does that mean?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, I just spotted something. I just want to see if I saw that correctly.
A few moments later.
Oh, that is such a clever blink and you miss it nod. So anyone who maybe doesn't remember, oh my god, we're going back years for this. So there was a cartoon, if I remember rightly, back when I was a young kid. So we've got to be talking early 90s or something like that, roughly. But there was a cartoon called Mr. Ben. And Mr. Ben would go into this costume shop, would take a costume, go to the change room at the back, try it on, and I can't remember whether it was like went through a mirror or a portal or something, and he had these adventures. So that is a very cool little nod, if that's what they're doing, which I'm pretty sure they are, because, again, I mean, I've not watched it in years, but I'm pretty certain there was, the character, Mr. Ben, was like an English gentleman kind of thing. He had like a top hat and everything, which I'm sure that's what that little thing relates to. Wow. That is a clever little nod if I've ever seen one. And I may be one of the only people who's ever picked up on that.
I like to enter investigations with my mind completely blank. I fit in better.
Should I make my mind blank too, sir?
It may not be necessary in your case, Trev. Package deals for all of history's biggest hits. No wonder there was no room at the inn.
Oh my god.
A ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin latte, huh?
Ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin latte, sir. Enjoy your light snack.
Damn, that was fast.
The kitchens are 30 minutes in the future. They start preparing your food before you order it. It saves time.
Yeah, still microwave though.
We can't expect miracles.
Look at me, I'm undercover. Now I am room service.
Oh, right. No.
At least now the latte and the toasty makes sense. Whoa.
Access upgrading.
Okay.
Make yourself comfortable and don't attract attention. You should be dead quite shortly.
Oh dear.
Access upgrading.
Sorry.
Oh no, Trev! Trev's gonna die!
But I was on a mission.
Trev! Oh, that's so sweet. I was on a mission. Trev!
Oh dear. I went and let him down.
No!
Can someone just... Can someone please tell me what is going on?
Well,
Why is there a lizard man in my room?
I'm so sorry. This has never happened before.
Take it and understand.
Excuse me, hello. I would also like to understand, and it's my room. So...
It is actually her room.
sorry, could you just leave this with us for a moment?
Oh. Are you two having a sort of game? I know all about these hotels.
The starseed will bloom and the flesh will
Don't be
rise.
filthy. Shut up, the two of you. I'm taking the case.
Oh dear. Wow. These are such nice people as well.
That was a bit sad, really, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Okay.
Please reseal the Starseed containment unit within 20 seconds, or the current case holder will be disintegrated with extreme prejudice.
But I'm actually going to die.
Not for several seconds, just live in the...
Duh.
Closed. Bags of time.
Duh.
To complete closure of the Starseed containment unit, please enter your 4-digit security code.
Oh shit.
I mean, the variables are never equally weighted. I could figure it out if I just had...
What?
time. 7214. 7214.
Who are you?
How do I get to be you? The long way round. Yes, how long? You'll find out. What do I do? Where do I go? You will find out. Oh, do you see? This is why nobody likes you. You live in a great big giant spaceship and there aren't any chairs and you haven't even noticed because nobody ever comes round.
Oh my god, no! I've never noticed that really. At least not in the new one anyway. Damn! So, hang on, so are we now following this Doctor the long way round? I just thought we were going to skip all this and just be one of those things, yeah, it'll be something that happens in the past. It's a long story, not very interesting to watch. So, we're introducing this as a way to skip it. No, it seems we're actually going to see it.
Joy's gone. So is Mr. Silurian. Can I have that room for a year?
A year?
And I'm gonna need money, aren't I? Do you need anything doing around here? Okay.
Yeah.
She don't care.
What does it mean, old lang syne?
Time's long past. That's all. Not forgetting old friends. Should be working fine now.
Yes, but it seems to be bigger on the inside. Blockage in 28.
Is this armed?
What are all these? Where'd you get them?
Online, mostly. For some reason, there's loads of them.
I swear, if Anita dies next, I'm going to be livid. I love her as a character. It seems like at this point that she's almost like the companion to the story rather than this Joy person. Because Joy's barely been in it. We're like 25 minutes in. We've maybe had like 2-3 minutes with her at most.
That makes no sense.
I'm not kidding. Can't move if you're looking at them.
But that's rubbish.
Oh my god.
Do any other rooms here have doors like this?
Well, except in the honeymoon suite.
The connection to the Time Hotel isn't active. I can't get through.
Oh my god!
What he's talking about.
Oh my god.
Sneaking off without saying goodbye.
I don't usually live like this. One day after the other, in the right order. And I always wondered what it would be like. You.
Oh, don't.
A whole year of you. Wow.
She's gonna kiss him, isn't she?
For old lang syne.
For old lang syne.
Oh, people moan about the crying from Shooting Out that he cries a bit too much. You know, kind of his version of the Doctor. That is a moment that deserves to shed a tear.
7214. 7214.
Who are you?
Me.
So is that it? It was just a paradox all that time. He only found out because he himself had heard it the first time round. Just an endless loop with no origin point. Bit lame, but I tell you what, that long way round was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful that was.
Basically, the code came from nowhere, but then so did the universe, and no one complains about that.
Fair enough.
A hotel room? That's you without makeup. It's what you think you need.
Ooh.
What kind of person? Kind of sad sack human train wreck puts himself in a room like that?
Wow.
When you tell people your name, do they laugh? When your mother looked into your squishy little baby face and named you Joy, was it a joke, do you think? Was she having a laugh?
She died in hospital. I couldn't even visit. I had to talk to her on an iPad because of the rules.
Oh, the rules.
Yes, the rules.
And I bet you're good at obeying those rules.
Damn.
And those awful people in their wine fridges, and they're dancing in their parties, and I listen to them, and I let my mother die alone. I let her down on the last day of her life on Christmas Day.
Wow. That is something that could be so easily overlooked because, 10 years down the line, 15, 20 years down, if you're watching this episode, particularly if you weren't around to know what these rules were, you may not realise that they're talking about COVID. And they're basically talking about the fact that people were having parties while people were in lockdowns and a mum has presumably died of COVID. I mean, I am very understanding that that was all an act for the Doctor. I'm presuming to push the being out of her mind, get her to regain control, but damn, that was kind of brutal to watch.
You're thinking that maybe that wasn't a good way to save your life. Let me tell you something, there's no such thing as a bad way.
Conflict solutions.
The Lane Guard be very old enemies of mine.
At what point has Vilengard actually been an enemy of the Doctor? Because I've seen a few previews, shall we say, of this story, where people in press who've obviously clearly had advanced screenings and stuff talk about the return of a classical villain or a classical something, basically. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vilengard has basically been mentioned twice in Doctor Who. And obviously I'm talking about since the revival era. Possibly my knowledge may not be as much and be harder to link back to if it's something from classical Who. But in terms of new Who, Vilengard is where there was a weapons manufacturer, the thing of Vilengard, and that is where Captain Jack Harkness managed to get his squareness gun from, which we saw back in the Empty Child and the Doctor Dances, back in Series 1 of Doctor Who, of the revival era, with the Ninth Doctor. And then I think as mentioned again, technically this year, might have been with... which episode was it? Was it Rogue, I think? The one that was almost like a Captain Jack wannabe person. I think he was mentioned in that episode again. But that's not really an old enemy. To say it's an old enemy, you'd be talking Sontarans, Daleks, Cybermen. Not, a corporation that we've never seen on screen. And okay, there's plenty of stuff that happens off screen, but for us to make sense with that, come on. Be a little bit more in depth. Make it a little bit more detailed before you call him an old enemy.
I mean, clever idea, the Time Hotel, but human history is only a few thousand years long. You're gonna need a lot longer than that, like way longer.
Like dinosaurs? Oh dear.
Oh, fridge. The Lane Guard would have to pick up the case again just before detonation.
From Dinosaur Poo.
To the last case carrier, they would send a telepathic message to you.
Hello again, sir. I hope it's all going well. And I have exceeded my personal expectations, which is giving me considerable satisfaction and renewed hope for the future. However, I'm dead.
Oh.
Why would you be helping me? You're part of the Lane Guard now.
As I told you a very long time ago, I will not let you down, sir.
Oh.
Can you access air density, humidity, temperature, rotational gravity, anything?
Mavity again.
We're in room 48.
Yes, that helps quite a lot, Trent, thank you.
Wow, I thought they dropped the whole Mavity thing. I've said it for a long time. I don't think that is ended. That will come back. That will play out. Stephen Moffat, not Stephen Moffat, sorry, Russell T Davies, you are making us wait the long way round for that particular nugget. And I really hope it's not going to be a disappointment when it eventually comes out.
How long till star detonation?
4.5 millennia, sir.
Do you want to run those numbers again, Trev?
4.5 minutes, sir.
Oh, great! Bags of time!
I guess that's one way to do it.
I was hoping you'd come back to say goodbye. You're very lovely, you know.
Joy.
Okay.
It's in all of us.
Mission complete, sir.
Oh.
Saving something beautiful. The flesh will rise, and the star will shine. I will shine. We need to find a friend. Do that. Go and find one now. I'll be watching.
I'm Joy! And I'm gonna see her again, and she's gonna be with me.
There's hope, you know.
Oh!
You come highly recommended by an old friend of yours, I believe.
Would you be interested in working at the Time Hotel?
Wow.
You be brave. Merry Christmas.
Of course. Joy. Of course you are. You're Joy.
Oh! 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 Oh, wow. Wow. Well, I have already pre-checked before even beginning this reaction. I wanted to find out if there were... Because basically last Christmas when I did my... It was my first reaction to my first full Shooting Gatwa episode in the episode, A Church on Ruby Road. It was, well, I basically missed a sort of end credit or mid-credit scene. So I needed to make sure, was there something, am I going to potentially miss out on something? Because I don't want to do that, make that mistake again. What I will say is that episode kind of surprised me, because going into that I'm thinking or rather midway through watching that's not a great episode, especially for the companion itself. You know, the character of Joy, I was thinking, she's barely in it. We're like halfway into this episode and we've barely seen her. That doesn't scream to me of, you know, starring name companionship for me. You know, in reality, it should be you know, Anita or Trev, if anything. I'm just trying to find like a cast list for this, because I sort of recognise them and sort of didn't. So Trev was played by Joel Fry. What has he been in that I may have seen? I mean, it doesn't look like he's got a huge amount of history. sort of started around about the 2008 era. He's done a few movies. Literally none of them I reckon I've seen. Television wise, I've heard of Plebs, never seen it. Apparently had a recurring role in Game of Thrones, never seen. 2015 was in an episode of Death in Paradise, which I don't think I would have got to that point yet, so it's probably not that. Inside Number 9, which again, that looks like it was this year. So it just looks like his is just a face that I've sort of seen. Otherwise, who... Anita was played by Stephanie de Whalley. Stephanie de Whalley, I don't think I've seen. Doesn't seem like she even has a IMDb page. Well, actually, she has an IMDb page, but not an English one. Seems like it's like a German one or something. Again, like nothing I can see that looks immensely big, to be honest. Which in a way I kind of like. I kind of like that she is a little bit lesser known, because I think it's nicer when you have lesser known ones. Yeah, some random stuff there. Don't think any of them is probably that big or anything like that. But no, I really liked her within that. It was really good. I would say this episode Trev
A few moments later.
Yeah, Trev I think was a real hero character in this. I really liked him. But I think they did a good job in actually making all of these little characters kind of feel a little bit special. Which meant that when they died after being let go from the briefcase thing, it made it much more tragic when they passed. And so I think when Trev kind of spoke up again through the Sonic, it reminded me of Angel Bob in the the Time of the Angels and the Flesh and Stone. The first, well, the second time with the Whovian Angels, first time in the Matt Smith era, and yeah, because when Angel Bob comes on and the Doctor's speaking to him, it's kind of like, oh yeah, you're alive. Well, actually, no, I'm dead. And it's almost like he doesn't let it bother him. In that episode, the death of the person on the other end, in both instances, it was used as a trigger to spur the Doctor on to further action. In that instance, with the case of Angel Bob, it was more through anger. And particularly the Angels were trying to push the Doctor into reaction. Whereas here, it was, pushing the Doctor to make action and to not let his death be in vain. That's what I quite liked with that. When he first turned up, I thought he's a bit of a square. Like, are you going? Oh yes, excuse me, sir, but do you know that refreshments are only available for patrons of this hotel, of this establishment? No, yeah. Psh, let's keep it between us. No. But no, it was like the more you spend time with him, you're like, actually, I kind of like him. And that moment when you've seen the other characters die, and then you suddenly see the clamp goes onto his wrist, you're like, no. It's just me. Yeah, that was a very sad moment. Really sad moment there. But yeah, I love that. I loved that with the characters. I loved it with everyone, really. It was Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Hopefully I can be better by tomorrow morning when I need to start recording the other stuff, because I'm not going to be able to get any more done today. I'm way too chesty to be able to do this. Hopefully a good night's sleep will sort me out. Yeah. I'm not going to talk too much more, but eventually I'll come back around and do another full-on review. What I will say with this, I think Stephen Moffat in particular knows how to take a story, a fictional work of art like A Christmas Carol or the Narnia books, and twist it into a Doctor Who thing. Now, I am not calling the Bible and the baby Jesus and the Nativity story a work of fiction. I am just saying it is probably a true life story that over thousands and thousands and thousands of years it has been twisted through Chinese whispers away from being the actual story that it probably originally was. That's all I'll say on that matter. But he's done it again, found a great way of, putting a Christmas Doctor Who twist on, something well established. And that was a good Christmas episode. A very good one. I wouldn't quite go so far as to saying I think the character of Joy deserved to have, name starring kind of nature in the same way that other one-off companions for a Christmas special have had. That one just seems stretched too far. My personal view, you may disagree. But overall, it was a bloody good Christmas special. And I'm excited to see what they do with Series 2 and with Varada Sethu and what else they can do. But yeah, that is going to do it for my Christmas Day reaction to Doctor Who. I don't know when it's going to come out. All being well, it'll plan to come out on the 27th. Fingers crossed I can get it all edited and put out in time. And then the 2 days afterwards, in whatever order it will be the Wallace and Gromit Christmas special. The one comes out also today. Excuse me. And the Gavin and Stacey final episode. Oh dear. I'm going to go and rest my voice now. Thank you so very much for watching. And I hope to see you more with my coming future videos into 2025. And of course, feel free to go back and check out all my other stuff. I've done reactions all the way from what was it called? The Star Beast all the way through. And so far, I've done Doctor Who reviews from Rose all the way up to the Snowman. That's where I've got to at the current time of me recording this. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. And again, as always, for now, my name's Kevin. I am a geek. You've been watching Kevin the Geek. Have a very Merry Christmas. Goodbye.